Dear viewers, welcome behind the screens to another episode of Tac TV Season 2. And today I have the great honor to talk with no one else than the creator of Flashbang Magazine himself. Dom, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
It is an honor.
Pleasure finally meeting you. We only talk and do a video call, so I'm really happy to be there.
I could have talked 2 hours with you on
I
a
know.
Zoom call. I only had 1 hour because I actually thought I already had found my dream job. Then after talking to you, I found that, all right, this guy has my dream.
Oh,
my
I'm
dream
sorry.
job.
I'm sorry.
Before we get into this awesome magazine that perhaps 2 people may not know about, please,
I wish.
how do you like Enforce Tech so far? Because it's the 10th edition of Enforce Tech.
I'm so impressed. I remember the first edition, people were going to IWA first, and then they learned about Enforce Tech, and they were taking one day to go to Enforce Tech.
Yes, sir.
And it's so big today with 3 halls. All the big companies are there.
Exactly.
Most of the companies that support me on the magazine, all the big names, the big brands, I'm super happy to be here, and I'm very happy for the Enforce Tech organization. They deserve it.
I believe so too. I believe that there's a great energy, and I find it, I don't want to say funny, but it is actually impressive that it's the 10th anniversary of Enforce Tac TV, but it's also the 10th anniversary of Flashbang Magazine.
Yes, where is the cake?
So I have actually prepared something. No, I'm just joking. But for those few people who do not know about Flashbang Magazine, which I'm holding here as, well, it's called magazine, but it's almost a catalog, right?
It's almost a book.
What is the story behind Flashbang Magazine? What is Flashbang Magazine all about?
If I may,
Yes.
I've learned that in Japan, they call this kind of publication a MOOC,
Okay.
which is a contraction of magazine and book.
That's a good MOOC.
Yeah, it's a MOOC. So it's my baby. It's the project of a lifetime.
What is Flashbang Magazine about? There's the most secretive units in the world, just having the coolest photos.
Yeah, they are not so secretive. At the end, I just wanted to give them a tribune. I've always been admirative of those units and their work, their secretive work, undercover work. And I thought they didn't receive the light for obvious reason that they deserved.
Yes, sir.
We talk about sports guys. There are some great ones, but it's just sports.
Yes.
Some of those guys that I've worked with, they were at the Bataclan terror attack in Paris. It's something else.
Yes.
They are very humble. They don't talk much about that. They need more recognition for the public, which they keep safe.
So for 10 years, you've been bringing out a magazine that has been growing and growing and featuring, well, I was going to say the most secretive units, but maybe at least the most popular units all around the world. How does a guy simply walk into
a simple guy?
I did not say a simple guy, a very impressive guy, but how did you manage to be welcomed, obviously welcomed in return and return all over again into a circle of trust that is maybe the most secretive in the world?
I'll be honest, I still don't understand it.
But you've been doing this for 10 years, so what's the story behind this?
First, it's a very closed world from the outside.
Yes, sir.
But once you are inside, if you don't make any mistake and if they feel they can trust you, I wouldn't say it's easy to navigate, but all of those units know each other. So once you are vouched by one of them, it's easier. They know they can trust. If their colleagues trusted me, they know they can trust me. So it's surprisingly easy to navigate. And the incredible thing is, people sometimes think I need to sign contracts and everything.
NDA's bigger than the book here, the MOOC.
I will tell you what, even the most secretive unit that I've worked with, it was handshake with the commander of the unit. They look you in the eyes, they shake your hand, and they say, we are going to do this with you, and you have to read the what's behind. make us look bad.
Which is basically what you are doing the opposite of. Instead of making looking someone bad, you are publishing the coolest.
Yeah.
And it's easy because I can just open any side, and without even looking at it, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So basically, you're working in a field for 10 years that doesn't allow any mistakes.
Yes. People always ask me about my pictures. The pictures are only a small part of the equation. The relationship I have with those guys is the most important. I'd rather not publish a magazine for some reason than lose the trust that they have in me. This, I can't get it back.
Yes.
Business is different. Sometimes it's better than the others.
Yes.
The trust that they have put in me, I can't afford to lose it. So I'm touching wood. I don't make any mistake.
Obviously, you are making something right for 10 years in a row. It's the 15th edition of a magazine that has perhaps the coolest photos I have ever seen.
Thank you. Thank you.
My apologies, of international units.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's like to experience these guys, to work with them. Are they all different? Are they all the same? What is this? How is this circle of trust? How can I imagine it?
First, it is so easy to work with them. So I spend a full week with each of those units. Gives me enough photographic opportunities and also enough time to bond with the guys.
Yes.
I would say the first couple of hours are always like you test each other. And if we have the time, I will say a short story. The French BRI, the first shoot that we did on the first day, they took me on the Montparnasse Tower in Paris, 200 meters high, and they held me on a rope to shoot them while they were rappelling. And it was the first, it was kind of a test.
You were on a rope on top of Montparnasse?
Yeah, and I don't like heights, and it was literally 200 meters to the street. And I think they wanted to test me. And once I did that, we were, I would not say friends, but the week just went.
You had the mutual respect.
Yeah, I guess so. So again, very easy guys to work with.
The display of tier 1 units or special units, it has some kind of shifted within the last years. It is somehow a certain, my apologies, certain units have already become, well, a symbol of pop culture. So, and they're a lot more accessible. I wanted to ask you, how do you perceive the differences between doing your job today and doing your job 10 years ago?
It is indeed easier. I think all those units anywhere in the world, they want and they need to attract new generation of recruits.
Yes.
The selection process is very difficult. It's very hard. You need to show them that it's worth it. And for those new generation, if you're not on Instagram, you don't exist.
You're basically dead.
If you're not on YouTube or Instagram, they don't know about you. They don't read newspaper, they don't watch classic TV, whatever. So all those units have realized that they can't keep in the shadow forever. They need to show themselves. They need to show themselves to the public.
Yes.
And they need to show themselves to the people that they want to attract. So I think it made a big difference.
So Dom, usually people on the show, they present a product that they intend to sell.
Yep.
All right? Or they intend to raise awareness and become a part of the market, or anything. You, on the other hand, you already have thousands of subscribers. You're known all over the world. You ship worldwide. What are you doing on Tac TV? What are you trying to achieve here?
I'm just happy to be here talking with you. It's just, I know I'm not going to say it's for fun, but again, it's all based on relationship. I like this morning, I will not say names, but 3 different units stopped by my booth and asked about the magazine. I proposed them if they wanted to be part of it in the future. Yes. I see a lot of the companies that supports me that they are exhibiting at the show also.
You are being modest. I've seen this. And I was like, because he signed this from me, and it was like, oh, look at these are my partners. And I was like, they're all your partners? And I was like, yeah, he's a big friend of mine, he's a big friend of mine.
All those companies, it's crazy because they support me mostly because they like the project and they know it takes a crazy guy to do this. So they are supportive in a way that, okay, this guy is crazy, but he has a nice project. We'll go with him. So I'm really thankful for all of them.
As you know, I'm the most tricked out fanboy there is probably. So, and I, of course, I knew Flashbang Magazine. Now I have a signed copy. I could keep talking with you for hours. I have one more question. By being here, do you also hope to achieve to get maybe more units to star in your book?
Yeah, absolutely. You never know.
Does that help any? Have you noticed or have you gotten noticed by units who said, all right, let's do a cool picture?
There's no rule. A guy will stop on your booth, civilian clothes. He will start talking to you, and you realize after a while that he's in a very tier 1 unit.
Yes.
I give him a magazine, I give him a patch and a card, and maybe in 2 weeks he will have talked to his commander and he will get back to me. What I have learned is there is no rule.
But
it's always good to talk to people anyway.
It is.
And as long as they share the same passion as me, and obviously they do, otherwise they wouldn't be here in Enforced Tac, I'm just happy to talk about the project, my pictures, the units. It's always fun.
Just as happy as I was to talk with you. Dom, thank you so much for your time. For those people who are now interested in Flashbang Magazine, check out the links below the video. You'll learn everything on how you get this shipped to your home door. You ship worldwide.
Absolutely. Some countries I've never heard before, actually. I'm kidding, but yeah, Australia, Japan, South America, North America, everywhere.
All around the world. Flashbang Magazine that features maybe the most exclusive inside looks into the international top tier units, as small or as big as they may be. Dom, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Maurice. My very pleasure.
Thank you for your time behind the screens. Please stay tuned. We are broadcasting live from Enforced Tac. We bring you all the new products, all the new brands. Stay tuned for more here on Enforced Tac TV.